It's another lady of the house kind of day, and today we're in the bathroom. Welcome back, ladies. I hope all of you are doing well and in the mood to spring clean. This is my bathroom of choice today for my spring cleaning because I am going to be doing a little bit of spring cleaning mixed with a project that I have been putting off. So I am really excited about this one because I feel that a little bit of paint and cleaning will go a very long way, especially in this space that I often dread looking into, going into, and by that I mean this vanity area here. It's an older one, and we're not putting the money into renovating this whole space because you do one thing and then it leads to another and another. If we take this whole vanity out, that means the flooring needs to be fixed. And we're just not going to do that right now. So what can I do? Well, I do need to take everything out and give it a good wipe down, because under here it's like a black hole. And then the two bottom drawers, I feel like I've tried to do, like I've lined them, but they still just look so messy to me, and they can be better. So we're going to make them better today. Earlier today, after I dropped the kids off from school, I went and I picked up a can of ultra white paint and primer. This is a semi-gloss, and I needed a new can of that anyway because I have some other touch-up areas to do around my home. But what I really want to complete today is painting the inside of this vanity. So first we are going to just focus on, I'm going to clean everything in this bathroom because that's what I do on Tuesdays. I clean my bathrooms. And I feel that I do like a spring cleaning every single week of my bathrooms because I go top to bottom, but this is really getting in there. When we're talking going under the sink area, then that is like more of a spring clean to me. But with the lady of the house method, every single week you work on these different spaces. I have different rooms for different days, and you pick something that really needs to be done that day, a deep cleaning item, more than just, more than just a once over. You are doing some deep cleaning every single day in the different spaces. So I still need to clean this bathroom like usual. Today I'm not going to do the light fixtures because those were recently done, but you just kind of get on a cycle of what it is that needs attention, right? Well, today with spring cleaning, I'm going to tackle this project that I have been putting off, yet it wears on me. And anytime I open those drawers to look in them, which I don't use the stuff that's in there, but from time to time I have to, clear off the counters, and I'm just always so disappointed with the way that it looks. So we're going to spruce things up today. But first and foremost, let's get to cleaning. Okay, a couple of things. The bottom drawer I've been using for extra toilet paper. Get ready. This squeaky drawer is all of this stuff that everybody uses that really needs to be cleaned out, so I'm going to do that and just get the proper things in the right you know, just everything in its proper place. And then under here, I just don't even know. It doesn't matter how many times I've cleaned this out. Somehow it just always ends up like this because everybody's using it. So I'm going to take everything out. I really want to paint all of these, and then I feel that it will brighten it up, and I'll probably even look forward to organizing this space once it's all painted. Okay, here is the state of affairs right now. I just took everything out. Now, the thing is, with a lot of the things that are in here, they don't belong in here. I encourage my girls especially, because sometimes somebody needs to get ready in this bathroom, then they're getting ready in the other one. I encourage everyone to put their stuff in their caddy so that they can have their stuff in their room and then take things in if they need something of theirs. That way things aren't building up in the showers, and they have what they need if they are not using the shower they normally do. That's just something that I encourage. And then also, both of the showers have shampoo and conditioner. Sometimes they might have something that they want to use specifically, so that's why I encourage them to have a caddy that they keep their own things in, and that way they're not saying, oh, this person used this, or, you know, all of that. So I am going to work on sweeping all of this out. I kind of just want to get this painted right away, and then as that dries, I can start going through all of the items and cleaning out the plastic containers and just seeing exactly what we actually need to keep in here. So I'm going to sweep this out first, then start painting, and then we'll get back into cleaning. So the first coat of paint is now on. I'm going to bring in my can of paint now, let this sit out here and dry, and I'm going to put the first coat of paint underneath the sink right now. So a couple of things. I am not going to be a perfectionist when it comes to under the sink, because I'm not going to be seeing that area over there, and I'm just not going to waste the paint on it. I would still like to at least get back in this area on the wall. I ended up painting on the outside for some reason, so that was not a good idea if I wasn't done with the inside, because then the outside is wet. So that's something that I can do after it dries. That might be the last thing that I do. And then everything's already looked like, let's see from this angle, it's looking a lot better. I mean, it makes it to where I'm going to look forward to opening that cabinet, as opposed to being scared to open the cabinet because we don't know what's in there because it's so dark. So now I'm going to go out front again and do the second coat, and then hopefully that will give this some time to dry. If not, then I will just start on washing all of these bins up on top, sorting things, organizing things, getting things to where they need to be. Which means it's time to put my protective gear back on, right? I have to be protected when we go into this sun, because it's already so hot. I think today is going to be maybe even 102 degrees. I don't know. That's what it feels like. Let's go. Those are almost too bright to look at. So it won't take much time for these to dry. And even after this is dry and I have it in, I still think that I will end up putting a liner in there, just because, I mean, it's particle board. Whenever anything wet gets on there, it's just never a good thing. So that's the hardest part about having, like, underneath the sink, you can tell areas where there has been water damage. Okay, I can't let too much time pass, as we have paint that needs to be used and a paintbrush that needs to be cleaned as soon as I'm done. So this is pretty much dry now. Yeah, we're doing pretty good there. There is damage under here, so it just makes it really difficult to have a nice, you know, clean finish of paint. There's probably oils and all sorts of things, so it just makes it a little bit more difficult to paint. But again, I may end up just putting a liner down anyway, but just to be able to have a nice clean backdrop will be really nice and make a big difference in here. So I'm going to finish this up and then I will take all of this other stuff out of here. I just found this basket in my laundry room and it was holding drawer liner paper and like some mop heads, so I think it will be better suited underneath this sink, and that way it acts as a place to hold all of those things that end up just being thrown underneath the sink, and it will still look nice under there. It needs to be able to take a beating, so I think that this fabric lined basket will do the job just fine. Things like the blow dryer, the any curling irons, even my husband's hair clippers end up under the sink. So this is a good basket, I think. And now I have something else to show you. Okay, this is the drawer liner paper, which is some vintage drawer liner paper that a woman gifted me with. And I really like it. It's like a foam. It's very hard to keep flat. You would need to put either something that sticks underneath, I don't know. Right now I just have these plastic containers laying on top just to hold it. But for instance, right over here, this spot, it doesn't matter how many times I paint it, it's still coming through. And this is a paint with primer. And then there are also just some spots from the particle board that it just ends up bleeding through. I don't think there's anything that I can do about it. But it's much better than what it was. So I am happy with that. And this looks much prettier to me. So I am going to end up putting this paper down. And then I will put the toilet paper in this one, I believe. I might have to switch this around, I'm not sure. But then I will just start putting things where they go. Over here I was noticing that we had a lot of doubles, and so anything extra I am going to put underneath the dryer, because in that drawer, in that storage drawer, I just keep a lot of overflow. So that's what will go under there, and then try to utilize these plastic containers for those everyday things. I'm also sterilizing toothbrushes right now, so you know, just I don't know whose is what, or if they opened up extras, so they're all going to be clean, and then I can just ask whose is whose, you know, I don't know. And then just start putting things away, and we should be done with this project. This is what the finished product looks like. The toilet paper underneath, and then the basket under there. So it really looks so much better in my opinion. I still need to paint the outside of the door right there. And I did not paint the fronts of these ones like I did the other two. So I might end up doing that now as well. But before I do that, one of the things that I really must do is clean up everything that I have out now.